Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode. My name's Danny, and today I'll be going over the pistols currently available to us in the early access tests of Ghosts of Tabor. Now I have them laid out in the order I want to review them, of most cheap, going from here all the way to here, to what I believe is probably going to be the most expensive pistols, or just the ones that are going to cost more than these. And you'll find out why I ranked them as the video goes along. And with that said, I do have some disclaimers. Very, very big disclaimers. You will see glitches. You will see some bugs. And most of all, the audio is not final. A lot of these guns have the exact same sound. So, with that said, let's get on with the review of these wonderful pistols. Alright, starting off, we have the Ruger Mark IV, chambered in 22 LR. You can see why this is the first one I'm reviewing. This is a 15 round magazine with one in the chamber. So how I'm going to do the shooting test is I'm going to do some body shots at 5 meters, then some body shots at 10, and then we're going to try going for the head at 5. So with that said, let's do the shooting test. Iron sights are pretty clean, kind of hard to see against the black targets. Against a white background, it becomes pretty easy to see. So let's aim center mass right at the red. Turn, and pretty grouped together. That's what you want to expect from a 22 LR. Not going to be a lot of damage, but definitely going to be very accurate due to the round being very low powered. Let's take the next one, and let's do 10 meters. Again, going for body shots. A little more spread out, but I hit every single target. So how I think this gun is going to be used is mostly a meme weapon. The only use I can think about it having is to one-tap Phoenix, which is the AI, one-tapping them in the head and hoping they die in order to pick up their gun and continue on with that weapon instead. I don't think this is going to be good for players at all. I'm sure I'm going to get proven wrong. Someone's going to use this thing to one-tap someone with heavy armor. But for my testing purposes, I don't think this is going to be that useful. Let me try doing headshots at 5 meters. Pretty good. Yep. So like I said, this is going to be good for headshots at close range, but you better hope they don't have a helmet, and you better hope they're not looking at you. On to the next pistol. Next up, we have the P226 made by Sig. This is a 9mm gun with 15 bullets in the magazine with one in the chamber. So 16 for a 9mm, pretty standard. I don't think it's going to be too good. I don't think it's going to be too bad. But what I do like, if I can show that, is the iron sights have the dots on them, making this 10 times easier to shoot against a target than that Ruger, which had nothing. So as you can see, you can very easily make out the target and where I'm going to be shooting versus the Ruger before. And if I go over to the whites, it makes it that much easier still. So let's do the shooting test. 5 meters. Oops. Give me you. Turn. Pretty good groupings, a little bigger than the Ruger, which is to be expected. This is 9mm, a little bit more hard hitting than 22 LR. Let's do 10 meters. Okay. Also pretty good. I went a little bit higher and to the right. Alright. Honestly, I think this is going to be just fine for a pistol. I'm pretty sure this is going to be your standard pistol you're going to get when you first start the game. I don't think they're going to start you off with the Ruger over there. That would be a little bit insane to think. Alright, time for the 10-meter shot. Okay. A lot better than the 5-meter one. I think if I just spaced my shots out, then it'd be pretty good. One landed in the head for some reason. Might have fired that one a little too quickly, but yeah, overall, solid pistol. Pretty good for spraying if need be. Let me demonstrate that real quick again. Yep, pretty good. As long as you make sure you're on target first before spraying, it's gonna go pretty damn well. Let's do the 5-meter headshot test. Pretty good. Hit right on the top of the head. That's gonna hit their helmet real nice. If they have low tier helmet, a few shots will definitely put them down. All right. On to the next gun. Up next, we have the Sig P250, 45 ACP with 10 bullets in the magazine plus 1. Let's do the firing tests. This one being 45 ACP is going to be a little harder hitting. I think this is going to be a very nice weapon for close medium engagements, assuming you can just place your shots. Looking down the sight, they have the white dots instead of green. A little easier to see targets on black and white. I still prefer the green sights though. And you can see on the bottom here, you have a rail. And you know what we like doing with our rails in Tabor? We like putting them on. Don't mind the green, that's just a little bit of a visual thing. Let's see if I can stop that. Nope, you don't want to play fair with me. Fair enough. Let's just show you the nice, very bright green laser. I think I'm going to do the shooting test with the laser for this one. Well, first we'll do the 5 meters, and then 10 meters, we'll do the laser. Here we go. So quick. Yeah, 10 bullets, you don't really have much of a chance to make a mistake with these, but the grouping, pretty good. Here we go with 10 meters with the laser. I'm gonna do it again. Very nice. Turn that off. Turn. Yep, center mass. Nice and easy. And to finish this up, headshot test. And just because we can, let's do it with the laser on. Nice and easy. There we go. All in the head. Frankly, this gun is going to be very good in close and medium range engagements, like I said. That's all I got to say about this one. But what I can say for sure is if you have a laser sight, close range, they're definitely going to notice, especially if it's as bright as the lasers are in Ghosts of Tabor. Alright, here we have the Glock 17 made by Glock, firing in 9mm with 15 bullets in the magazine plus 1, leading to 16. It's a Glock. Not much to say here. If you like Glocks, you're not going to be disappointed in this game in the slightest. Iron sights, true to the real life. Very nice, and probably very accurate. Okay, there we go. I guess I was shooting a little down, but still, center mass, perfect for close range engagements. Let's do 10 meters now. Yep, still good shots. If they're standing still, you will have no problem. Now let's do the quick headshot test. Come on, you. There we go. Yep, good headshots all around. Just for fun, I took too many mags. Let's do a spam test. Ooh. Maybe I should do a spam test on all of them. Whew. Let's try that one more time. I got one more here. Yeah, that went high. Whew. You do not want to be spamming this pistol. You want to do nice, clean, repeatable shots. Alright. That's all I got to say about the Glock. On to our next pistol. Up next, we have the Mark 22, which is a modified version of a Smith & Wesson Model 39. This thing is firing in 9mm, and there is a little bit of a glitch. These magazines currently hold 22 rounds in them when I looked on the wiki, and the double stacked version should be going for roughly 16. This is a single stack, so I'm not entirely sure how many are supposed to be in here, but just want to let you know if I fire too many bullets versus what is shown visually. The game's in early access, as I've stated many, many times, so just want to let you know about that. Iron sights are absolutely atrocious, but against white backgrounds, you're going to be fine. Against darker ones, you're pretty screwed. But the good thing about this gun is that it has a built-in suppressor, or I shouldn't say built-in, but it is designed around suppressor use. You can see there is a threaded barrel on there. This thing has a dedicated suppressor to go on top of it to make it very quiet, but I don't have that in the game, so I can't exactly test that for you guys. But for now, let's do the 5-meter shooting test. Okay. Very, very close together, but a little down into the left. Let's do 10 meters. I don't feel confident in my shots at all for that one. Yep, really down into the left there. This is more of a close range gun with the suppressor on top. Let's do the headshots now. Okay. How do we do? Ooh, very, very far down. That might have to do with the raised iron sights. The barrel is a lot further down compared to what I'm shooting at. So that might be something to note when shooting close range for headshots. You might want to aim a little higher than what you want to shoot at. Now, because I'm curious about this as well, same as with the Glock, let's just spam this thing and see how accurate it really is. Oh yeah, did I even hit it? Oh, actually not bad. So in a situation where you have to spray this gun, you won't be disappointed at the very least. Oop. Assuming you're just hip firing this thing as well, you should be just fine. With that, on to the next pistol. Our first high-tier pistol is the FN57 made by FN Herschel. This fires the exclusive 5.7 by 28mm round. This round is armor piercing, so you can imagine this thing being very effective against armored targets. There are going to be at least 2 different magazines for the 5.7. The standard 20-round magazines and the extended 30-round magazines. So with that, currently, they're all firing 30, but there is models for the 20 and the 30. So just keep that in mind when I shoot this, and I'm firing a lot more than just 20. For the iron sights, very nice. I wish they were a little bit bigger compared to the P250 and the P226, but overall not bad at all. With that, let's get into the shooting test. There we go, pretty accurate. Firing a little slower than usual. Let's do 10 meters. Whew. A little over the place. I think if you decide to fire this gun a little more slowly, you're probably going to have better results. I feel like it's going to be more of a spray and pray gun, assuming you don't fire slowly at a distance, which is perfectly fine since it is a pistol. Shooting this thing that has armor-piercing rounds, firing it very quickly in close range, I think that's going to be just fine. Let's do the headshots now. One thing I noticed there was I was missing my shots. I noticed I was shooting a little down into the left, so I corrected it, and I went pretty accurate. Let me try that one more time, just a few times. Yeah, that was completely my fault of it going down this way. I was probably aiming it like this instead of like this. So high tier weapon, probably going to be pretty costly between its ammo and the bigger magazine, the 30 rounder. But this pistol will be very, very good against armored targets, especially against the head. On to the next high tier gun. Here we have a generic 357 Magnum with 7 bullets in the chamber. You can see there's a bullet currently in there. Early access, just pay no mind to it. It's not there. You don't see it. So with this gun, I like very much. First off, the movement on it feels different compared to the others. It's a more floaty feeling, which I feel based off of what the developers have said, this feels like how it's supposed to be for every pistol. The other ones are currently a little more stiffer. This one definitely feels a lot more fluid in the hands. Now, something to note about the revolvers of this game is you can press the bottom button on this controller and it will prime the handle, or prime the hammer. And just like in any revolver in existence, there is a delay in firing if you do not put this hammer back. One way to show this is by just shooting it. First, the iron sights, it's white for the dots, so they're not too good, but they'll do pretty okay. I feel like having a sight on this, ironically enough, would be better, but I think it'll do just fine for our testing. Now, as I said before with the hammer, if I fire this, it fires instantly, and if I fire it without cocking it back, it's hard to tell, but you might have to slow the video back. The hammer went down and then fired, meaning you have to, for the best possible outcome for this, you have to pull back the hammer before firing. Now, you might think, oh, that's kind of annoying, but it's a lot better that way, and I'll show you why. I might as well just show it now. Just firing this gun faster than what you intend to do. Let's see if I just spam this. Yeah, you're gonna hit the ceiling or the floor. So that way, first, let me return this. Yeah, hit a headshot somehow. Yeah, you just want to cock it back every single time, and you'll hit your target every single time. There you go. Oh, I got teleported backwards. There you go. I hit center mass every single time. Let me grab this. And now you'll do the headshot test. I love doing that. Yep, headshots. Hit them all very nicely. I only see like a few bullet holes, which makes me think I hit most of them right here. So for a magnum for best effect, hold the hammer back and then let it rip. 44 magnum is going to be very powerful against anything. It's a very powerful round in real life. And if you hit them in the head, assuming they're not wearing probably the best armor in the game, they're gonna go down in one shot. Time for the next high tier pistol. This one is probably my favorite one of the bunch. For our second to last high tier pistol, we have the MP17. Now, the MP17 is two things. One, it is the P320 made by Sig, firing 9mm with 20 round magazines. And second, we have the Flux Raider stock made by Flux Defense. Now, the thing I like about this stock is I can put a second magazine right in the front here where I will grip. And the second thing is if I hold down the bottom button and then let go, the thing retracts. So I can do this, and this will lead me to more stable shots. Now, one thing I don't like about this pistol is you need a reflex sight. And Scott has given me the curse of only being able to put the laser sight on this thing. So for this video, I'm going to go right here. I'm going to take this, come here you, and I'm going to stick it right on top. Yes, this is cursed. And yes, this is how I'm going to be doing my shooting. So let's do the shooting test. So dumb. Here's how it looks without any iron sights. It's literally just a flat thing, and you can kind of shoot this pistol normally with the front optic or the front iron, but I don't think it's going to be that useful. So let's try with just the laser sight. And now that I am run dry, I'm just going to show you this, because this is a unique thing to this gun, is I let go of the mag, I take this out, put it in, and then immediately cock the gun, and then I go to shooting once again. Let's see how I did. Honestly, not that bad. A little more down than I'd have hoped, but still center mass. Just put these two here. We'll do the 10-meter shot now. Let's see how we did. Yep, still a little down, but that's to be expected with a long-ranged shot. And just for fun, we're going to do headshots without the laser sight. I think I did better than I thought. Well, would you look at that? It seems aiming down the sight like this is actually pretty damn effective, assuming you don't have something to put on top. One thing to note is you can put this on here as well, leading to 2 laser sights. I wish there was a third, but alas. Oh, let me show you this. I think it'll be pretty cool. There we go. You can put 2 laser sights on this thing. Is it practical? No. Will people do it anyway? Hell yeah. I know I will. Alright, let's show you the last and final gun, and one that is probably not going to be too impressive. Let's get on with that. For the final weapon, we have the Desert Eagle, made by Magnum Research. This is firing in 50 Action Express. And this thing is overwhelming and underwhelming at the same time. Overwhelming because it's a 50 Action Express gun in Tabor, but also underwhelming because this gun is not in the greatest state currently. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me show you the shooting test. The iron sights are pretty pitiful. There are no green dots or anything, so against a black background, it's going to be pretty damn hard. Against a white background, it's going to be pretty easy. Let's go for the shooting test. Yeah. This thing has absolutely zero kick to it. And it just makes the most comical thing in the world. Along with the sound being the basic pistol sound, and the recoil being, well, I can literally just one-hand this thing. It is not in a pleasant state right now, but it does make up for the fact that there's rails on it. And you know what that means. I can put 2 lasers onto this gun to make it a little more bearable. Let's do the 10 meters. Not bad. That's basically what you expect from a deagle that has no recoil whatsoever. And let's do the headshot. We'll do it like this. Yeah. It's pretty comical how this thing is currently. But that's all of the weapons I have currently to show you guys. This gun. I can't wait to shoot you when you're actually ready to be shot, and to break my wrists every time I shoot it. But alas, that will have to wait. Thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more. Next video, I will be going over the submachine guns in the early access testing. So we're going over the AS-Val, MP5, MP7, the Vectors, the UMP. That's going to be something worth checking out. And until then, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.